I'm Tim Purdon. I'm the United States Attorney for the District of North Dakota. A couple of years ago, we started to see this threat with local law enforcement being very reactive, that there was a possibility for organized crime moving into the area, and that includes drug trafficking, but also human trafficking. And in light of that threat, about a year ago, November of 2013, we put together Operation Vigilant Guardian with our partners at Homeland Security and North Dakota BCI, and ran some ads on Backpage in Williston and Dickinson, and we had 14 people in the course of 2 weekends answer those ads looking to have to arrange commercial sex with a 14-year-old girl. And that really, to me, about a year ago, sent the message that the demand was here, and we need to get ahead of this and do what we could. So the U.S. Attorney's Office, we brought in some experts to talk about this sort of stuff, brought in John Choi from Ramsey County, Minnesota, St. Paul State's Attorney down there, who has really kind of led the charge in Minnesota on human trafficking. And he had a training with our office that really inspired some of the Line A USAs and got them interested in this. And over the last year, we've worked hard to put together some victim services and flesh out a three-pronged approach to this. Number one, we're going to run sting operations like Operation Vigilant Guardian to target the demand. Number two, what we really need to do in the federal system is build cases against human traffickers, against the folks who are in the commercial business of exploiting other human beings. And third, we need to do what we can to support the creation of a social service provider network to support the victims here. Because I've seen firsthand now over the last year that without victim services and victim support, we are not going to be able to build the cases we want to build against the traffickers. We've been deep into this at the U.S. Attorney's Office for a little over a year now. And so to me, I have a very high, we've got a high appreciation of what's going on the ground here. We've seen the demand. We've prosecuted traffickers. This is happening right here in North Dakota. But when I go out into the public and I talk about this, I still get the same reaction. Human trafficking, sex trafficking, somebody offering a 14-year-old girl for commercial sex, that doesn't happen in North Dakota. That doesn't sound like it's something that we really need to worry about. I'm here to tell you that this has crossed the line from a mere threat to an active concern that law enforcement at every level needs to be addressing and that the public needs to be aware of. Because it's those tips from the public. The Truckers Against Trafficking folks were here. If you see something, say something. Call that national hotline, 888-3737-888, and make a report, because we need the information from the public if we're going to rescue these women, we're going to help these women leave the life, and beyond that, if we're going to hold those traffickers accountable. With the plan that we've implemented in the U.S. Attorney's Office, the most important missing piece at this point is that services for victims. We're lucky we have a couple of really good service providers. Because of some of those folks, Wendy Lizenko operating up in Williston, because of Wendy, we were able to build a case against one of the traffickers. Without her involvement, I have my doubts whether or not that victim ever would have actually made it to court, ever would have actually agreed to testify. And so we need more of that. We need those sorts of resources available throughout the oil boom region. We need those sorts of resources available in Fargo and in Grand Forks as well, because this is not something that's just happening out west. This is statewide.